just survive. I'm gonna strive. I'm gonna make something out of my life. That's what happens when you choose to change. And after you choose to change, I'm already finishing up. I'm gonna let you know a little story on how I chose to change. And no, it's not gonna be like, yeah, you know, I had a bunch of guns and stuff, and I put the guns away. And I don't got that kind of background, guys. I'm sorry, but I'll let you know how I chose to change. But once you have chosen to change, that's not enough. Once you've chosen to change, you gotta keep making that decision to choose to change on a daily basis. And if you decide to keep changing, it'll help. It'll help your circumstance. It'll help the outcome. How to maintain that? Do y'all know how to keep changing after you already made the decision to change? You have any examples? How do you think you motivate yourself to keep changing? Anybody?
I'll say no.
You're saying no?
Always have the desire to want to. Every single day you wake up, you have to tell yourself,
Don't let it die.
yeah, there you go.
Don't let it die. Want to change. Want to be a better person. I remember a time where I had this problem where I wouldn't wake up in time for prayer. And so, oh man, it was so annoying because I lived with my mom at the time. And so she would walk in, and you want to be a preacher. And she'd walk away. She's so annoying. And she'd come in the next morning, you want to be a preacher. Can't even go to prayer. Oh, it was so annoying. So then I would put it in my mind, and I would open my eyes like at 6:10. I lived across the street and I couldn't make it to prayer on time. I would open my eyes like at 6:10 and be like, I want to be a better person. And I get up. I want to be a better person. And I get up every morning. I want to be a better person. Pretty soon she stopped saying that. I shoved it in her face later on. But still. And another thing, if you want to keep changing, do me a favor. Let's try this. If you want to keep changing, close your eyes. Close your eyes. And do me a favor and think about the toughest time you have ever had in your life. That you didn't want to be nowhere near the situation you were in. That it almost brought you to tears to be in that situation. Whether it's you didn't have enough money to feed your family, whether it's you didn't have enough money to get your kids Christmas presents, whether someone was looking for you and you didn't want to be found. Think of that time. After you've already made the decision to change and you want to keep changing, think of that time. And that time is going to re-spark the fire in you to keep on changing. It's going to give you that motivation. Heck no, I'm not going back. I know what it's like to be on the short end of the stick. I know what it's like when your candle's burning on both ends. I know what it's like. You need to think about that time. Open your eyes. When you want to keep changing, think of that moment. It's okay to remember sometimes, but you gotta forgive and let go. But it's okay to remember where you came from. All right? You know, personally, I'm already done. So I'm just gonna give you all a personal story of how I changed. It's a funny story. It's a funny story, and it's kind of lame, you know. But what happened was, and hopefully y'all don't know where I used to work, but I think Rudy knows where I used to work. I think that's about it. Probably Art, but you aren't gonna say anything because I'm recording. Yeah. So I used to work at this place, right? And I had moved out, and I thought it was the biggest thing ever because I was 18 and I moved out, and I felt like the man. You know, I had my own apartment, I had my own car, I had a Kenwood, watch movies and stuff. I'm joking, I wasn't watching movies. And so I had everything going for myself, and so like by the time I knew it, like that was like the biggest thing for me, and I stayed there. By the time you knew it, I was at work, and I would make the calendars at work. So every day I would change the date. So like the 9th, the 10th, the 11th, 12th. By the time you knew it, months started changing. Boom, boom. And then the year number changed. And I looked at my life and I was like, man, I'm so depressed. haven't done anything with my life. I'm so angry at myself. And because I was angry at myself, I was angry at the people around me. I didn't even want to come to church anymore. It was so annoying. And and I blamed God a lot of times for, my situation. And then, I would try and find some encouragement. Never talk to Frank Casa if you want encouragement. That's horrible. I'm just putting that out there. I wanted like a good answer, and I was like, Frank, how come I can't be blessed? You know what Frank told me? Frank told me, maybe God doesn't want you to be blessed. That's a lie, Frank. All right? But what happens in Choose to Change stays in Choose to Change, so we're gonna stay there. But I was there and I was miserable and I was washing the dishes at work, right? And so my boss comes in and he's like, what am I gonna do with you? And I'm like, I hate my boss. And so he closes the door and he says, what kind of relationship do you want to have with me? I'm not sure what that means. Never had that asked me before. Pull out my phone, and now I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you want to have a brother relationship or you want to have a father relationship? And I'm like, what's a father relationship? Father relationship is good job, son, you're doing good. Keep on going. When the father actually knows he doesn't have a chance. I'm like, what's a brother relationship? Well, the brother relationship is, I'm telling you, you're doing nothing with your life. You're being dumb, and stop acting the way you are if you want to get somewhere. And I was like, all right, if we're going to have this conversation, I want it to be the brother. I want the brother relationship. Tell me how it is. I thought I could handle it. But he's like, you know what, man? You know what I see in your life? You're getting by. You know what getting by is? And do you know what getting by is?
Getting by?
Getting by. If you could paraphrase getting by, what would you say?
Just make enough to get.
Yes.
Not strive.
The bare minimum.
The bare minimum.
Right.
Doing absolutely nothing with your life. That's the way he saw me. And I love my boss now. But like that's what he told me. And he was like, you know what, you're doing absolutely nothing with your life. You're not getting anywhere. You know how much people how much is expected of you, and you're just sitting here not doing anything with your life. And he said, life requires a hustle, and the hustle is something you don't have right now. You need to want to change. You need to do this and that, this. And he told me how much I stunk at everything. And then he said, but that's on you, because the opportunities are there. But that's on you. And so I was mad and I was ticked. And for a second there, I thought I was just going to throw a swing at him. But I stink at fighting, so I didn't do that. But he left that office.
There we go, stop it.
He left. Yeah. Oh yeah, we're recording, right? I didn't mean that. No, but I appreciate that so much now, because at that time I went to the office and I was there at the office because I had my own little office in the office. I'm like, I have the potential to change my life if I want to. I could just change like this. It's that simple. You can walk out that door and make a decision that can change your life. It's so awesome that you have the power to do that. It's a beautiful thing. God has given you a beautiful thing to be able to do that. So I was there and I was sitting and I was looking at how lame my life was. I didn't like my job. I was single. I lived in a house full of dudes. Like, it was horrible. And in ministry, I wasn't even in ministry. Like, I was in ministry, but like no heart. And so I was there. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna choose three things I want to change in my life. And so what that was, man, I don't like where I'm working. I want to work somewhere where I could, look good. I can wear a button-up shirt, nice shoes, handle cash, look like the man. And I'm like, okay, that's one. Number two, I hate being single. Being single stinks. I hate living with guys. That stinks too. And third, I was like, man, I want to preach. I'm born to preach. I'm born to talk to people. I love talking to people, and I can talk to people with no reason. No, even with no point at all, I can just talk to people. But that's not the case here, right? There's a point. But I was there, and I'm gonna change those things. So what I do, I started applying jobs, and I shot high. I shot to the post office. I shot to the city. I shot to the cellular stores. I shot to the banks and stuff. You shoot high, you're gonna hit high. That's what I thought. So boom, Wells Fargo calls me. Were you still looking for a job? Number one, down. Got it. I got hired right off the bat. They gave me a job. It took a while. They do all that the stuff and stuff, but you know, I would walk around with a glow. I was already getting that feeling that I chose to change, and it's awesome. And I would walk around and like, hey, you're gonna miss me. They're like, you're not going anywhere. I'm like, yeah, I am. You're gonna miss me. So I took off. I had started my new job, and then number two, I needed the girl. That was hard. Now what I say here stays here. Okay? Christian. But man, so I went to the pastor. I'm like, Pastor, look, I don't know if you agree with me on this or not, but like, I really like this girl, and I don't want to go for a girl that you tell me to go for, and I don't want to go for a girl that somebody else tells me to go for. I want to go for a girl that I want. She's gonna be beautiful. She's gonna be fun to be around. She's gonna, you know, have my back, and like, she's gonna follow me. I want that kind of girl. And so I told him, hey, well, what about this girl, which is my current wife right now? So he was like, well, you're gonna have to wait. What do you mean by wait? Wait a few months. What's a few months? 6. It's half a year. Wait. Okay, so I waited. 6 months later, I was at his doors. So at 6 months, you're gonna have to wait a couple more months. What do you mean a couple more months? 2 months. Okay, boom, I was reminded. And then it came to that day where I got to ask, well, my wife now, that, hey, you want to talk to me? And she told me no. Remember that long road? Then she said yes. And I was like, oh, that's 2. So I got the 2 because I was choosing to change. I had made that decision to choose to change, and it was fun. And sometimes something in me was just like, man, it's as easy as pulling a trigger. Like, you know what, you want to make a decision, pull the trigger, do it. It's as easy as that. Pull the trigger and make the decision, decide, and it's done. Just wait for time to show you the results. It's that easy. Third, I wanted to preach. I would see these preachers in the concert halls, and I'm like, yo, man, like, that's awesome. I want to do this, man. And I had a heart for it, and I was passionate, and I wanted to do it. And so I was like, man, you can't ask for stuff like that. Like, you can't ask for stuff like that. So I'm like, man, I guess sometimes you just gotta pull the trigger and break the rules. So I went up to pastor, and I went, pastor. And so for some reason when I go up to pastor, my heart starts beating like it's gonna come out of my chest. I don't know if y'all ever felt that feeling, but it happens to me. So I'm normal, okay? And so I was there and I'm like, Pastor, I know you don't ask these things, and I know that, you know, it takes time, you're supposed to be asked, and I know the rules, and I know the protocols and stuff, but you know what, my life doesn't revolve around people patting me on the back. My life doesn't revolve around, good job, Brandon, you're doing great, you're doing awesome. My life revolves around doing what I need to do for God, and at that point in time, I wasn't doing it. And I was like, how come I'm not preaching? I said it, and I was like, oh, what is he gonna say?
Stop.
And he says, he does that, you know, that he cocks his head back, he's just, and then he does that. And he's like, there's too many preachers. It's like, you can't just have people in and out, this and that, so boom, boom, boom. And I was like, so he gave me a good explanation. And I was like, all right. He was like, I'm super satisfied with your life. Like, you're not doing anything wrong, you're doing good, you're doing great. But, you know, to me that wasn't enough. I wanted to preach. And so I went and like, did my thing. And so that night, I get a call. Hey, Brandon, what are you doing? I'm in the car, I'm gonna go play volleyball. I used to play volleyball back in the day. And so he says, hey, so you have any sermons ready? Yeah, why? Pastor said you got this Saturday, so you're officially a preacher. Mute, start yelling, out of happiness. Then unmute, yeah, I got it. All right, see you Saturday. Boom. Number 3. Well, how did I get those 3 things? Because the initial part of of that decision is because I chose to change. And trust me, if you choose to change and you have a good attitude about it, and trust me, it's possible. Is it quick? No, it's not quick, unfortunately. But anything worthwhile is going to take some time. Anything worthwhile is going to take time. The position I have now, I didn't expect this, but it's because I chose to change. And once you choose to change, all these good decisions, stacked on good decisions, stacked on good decisions, will give you a good outcome in the end. Alright? So that was my story. But let's go ahead and open up for questions. Any questions? Mr. Zapata. And let me just, a disclaimer, I don't have all the answers, and if I don't have the answer, I will let you know, because I'm not allowed to. Go ahead.
Two things that I wanted to say, and but the very first thing before the two things is that when I was in the world doing the things of the world and the gangs and all this and that, I had a strive to want to do it. It came a point where I said, I'm done, and I don't even care for life anymore. So I had the strive, keyword strive, to want to do it. And now I'm going to the two things. The two things is that my family, my past life evolved around my whole family knowing who I used to be, but they didn't expect for me to actually change, because that's all they knew about me. And when I changed, they would kind of try to pull me down, and the first thing was that I would think to myself, like, I'm gonna prove them wrong. As time went on and me doing the right thing in prison, doing the right thing was that it came a point where I started thinking to myself, why am I gonna prove them wrong? I should do it because I want to do it. If I had the strive to do what's bad, why not have the strive to do what's right? Not only because I want to prove them wrong, but because I want to deep down inside. So those were the two things that I had the strive for. So now I got out, they didn't expect this of me, but my intentions weren't to do the right thing to prove my family wrong, but to do the right thing for myself, for my wife, my son, and now we're having a little girl on the way, and it's a blessing, but now I have the strive to do what's right. And on top of that, like my brother, Brandon was saying about preaching, about, that's what I was shooting for also. And I was in prison not knowing how was I going to serve God, but I knew that I could probably even become a pastor one day, and even I started in prison, and then I came out here. Now, I was not comfortable where I was at, just doing the right thing, just changing. I wanted more, so I strived for more. And God has given me more. And it all goes back to choosing, choosing your course, choosing where you want to go in life, or who you want to be, or who you see yourself being in, 5, 10, 15 years from now. And I thank God for that. And I thank everybody that's around here today, because, it's a huge help. When back then I would surround myself with nothing but negative people and negative things and things that but now it's a difference as I surround myself with all this. But that's what I had.
Yeah, that's exactly. I actually had a different, like you could say topic, not a sermon, but a different topic, and in that topic, it said how people don't want to change because they don't want to give the satisfaction to others. That I have the potential to change, but I'm not gonna change just so it ticks you off. And so that sometimes people use that as an obstacle or something, an excuse not to change. Anybody else? Yeah.
I believe what Orlando says is that you said it takes time.
Yeah.
He says when you get to a point of when you're down, it's because you practice a few simple principles or habits every day.
Mm-hmm.
And he says if you choose to change and practice those principles and habits.
Yeah, and stack them on top of each other to where it gets you to a high position in life. Exactly. Anybody else? Anybody else? I remember. Really?
I guess, it's really what you want in life.
Yeah. It is. I remember one time I was, my dad, he had called me. My dad